Mate Scott, Mark Goddard, DJ Glenn, another mate, Jason. Yeah, I'm alright, mate. All Dublin Island, yes, thank you guys from there. Getting a lot of support from Ireland at the moment. Just waiting for a few more coming on, guys, because it's really interesting this.
Simon was asking if you're okay.
Yes, Simon.
Ben said you should be rested.
Ben, I shouldn't be resting. No, I'm going to call the truth here. Breaking news. I'm just waiting for a few more you guys coming on. You're going to be astounded with this when you get them comes out. People, yeah, so just wait for a few more. It's well worth it, guys, but believe me. I hope Mr. Conroy is listening to this, because this is going to be addressed about him. Right, we're going live now, as we've been on. Right, Mr. Conroy is challenging me to a lie detector that he did not attack me or hit me in the house in Tommy Harrison too. Now, fact, I got a phone call of Tommy Harrison. Brian, can you pop over and see me? So I got there, two witnesses were outside. It was Chino and Steve Brad. They went, what are you doing? I said, I'm just going to see Tommy about something. I said, oh, we will catch him later. I seen the man next door. He went, all right, Brad, he was there. So I goes to the door, knocked on the door. A man come to the door. Didn't know who he was at the time. I now know him as Paddy Conroy. Mr. Conroy come to the door. He had a bad eye. He didn't have a patch on his eye then. His eye was just like, I don't know what was wrong with it. I thought he'd been in the fight and had a good eye, and I thought, must be a lad had trouble. Tommy wants me to sort it out. He said, you Brian? I said, yeah. Geordie accent. So I went steps to the door, grabbed hold of me, hit me. Whether he hit me with a hammer or a gun or whatever he hit me with something on the head. They were all in the house. His friends, Glover was there. There was loads of lads from there. Hartlepool had their box. I won't mention his name. I can mention every single one of the persons who was there who attacked me. You know the wounds I've got. I've got the scars all over my body. I went in the house. I tried to get back out of the door, but they all grabbed me. There was some in the living room on the side yet. Some come running down the stairs. Some come up the kitchen. Some come up there, the back room. They all attacked me. They all had implements, knives, weapons, bars, whatever. I went and spoke to Tommy Harrison later, and when I got in the room, they were pulling me about and throwing them around, and they couldn't put me down. They were pointing guns at me. But prior to that, they'd already got in the house and falsely imprisoned and kidnapped Tommy Harrison at gunpoint and threatened to shoot Tommy. He's still alive, to the witness. They threatened Buster with their shotgun down his testicles to blow his testicles off. They didn't contact me. And they threatened the two kids. Now, let's remember this. Andrew was only about 13, 14-year-old, Harrison at the time. He was set on the set, petrified, and so was his friend, about 13, 14-year-old. So these cowards come down in a big gang to set about me. Conroy was the leader of them all. You were there, Mr. Conroy. And what I'm getting at, if you want me to go on a lie detector, you go on a lie detector me, and I'll go on and we'll see what happens. Because all these people in the house, you're going to get them all, you're all going to get charged. Because what happens, folks, they threatened Tommy. He's that intelligent. He's that supposed to be a master criminal. He gave me his own mobile phone and told Tommy to phone me, which Tommy did. Then the police linked him with the phone. So that was one of the evidence they got on him. He walked outside with his big gang of lads with the guns and knives and bars, right? My blood was all over them, the DNA, right? There was an off-duty policeman on that Ormsby Bank. People know this. Need a sandpiper. There's about thousands of cars go up down that road all day long. It's one of the busiest roads in Middlesbrough. There was an off-duty policeman seen them. I was there. Peter Robbo, my friend, seen me. Another witness, because I was hanging on to what had happened. They'd left me before they left me for dead. Conroy, no more on the head, because my head was pouring the blood. Stabbed me all over the place. Conroy was saying, and tell your fucking friends, the Sayers, sorry for swearing, tell your Sayers they're getting the same, Steve and Michael, because I was friends with them and my pals, right? So I got took outside. The man next door was a witness, took her. Another one, put me in the car. So all these people are lying, aren't they? None of them made statements. I never made a statement. They took me to hospital. Went to hospital. I was left nearly dead. The man who dropped me off said he was a taxi driver, which he wasn't. He was a friend who can verify what happened. Conroy got caught. I think it was the A19 that got him, because his mobile was linked to him as well. So when they pulled him over, because it's got his registration, obviously his registration, he did it in his own Jeep. That's how clever he is. So he got pulled over, caught, and I can't remember how many got caught, but I was in hospital for 10 days and I was under armed arrest because I had the fight with the heavyweight boxer who made a statement about me. So I was under armed arrest in hospital. Whilst I was under armed arrest in the hospital, the police gave me a deal. They turned around and said, listen, Brian, make a statement. We want this bastard off the streets. He's kidnapping people, torturing people. He's bullying. He's involved in everything going on up there. He said, if you make a statement, he said, we'll give you protection. We'll give you money. I went, I'm not interested. I don't make statements. So how have you got in the state? I said, I fell down the 99 steps at Whitby. I wouldn't make a statement against you, Mr. Conroy. I didn't do a statement. I didn't grass it up. I didn't say nothing about any of them in the house, which I know every one of them. And I've got all the witnesses. So if you want to open Pandora's box, we'll open it. But in that time, they said, you don't even have to make a statement, Brian. All we need is your DNA. I said, what do you mean? He said, if you give us a blood sample, we can prove here the blood is all over his Jeep, all over their clothes. He's going to jail. We've charged him now for attempted murder on you. Mr. Conroy, if you weren't there, why were you in home house jail for 3 months on remand? And you were remanded with my friend Speedy. That's who you were remanded with. So I got a visit when I got to hospital to see you. And I come to see you. And two of your friends from Article, which I've named them as well, I know them, they came to my house and asked me, would you do me a favour? Would you make a statement to get him off? I said, well, they haven't made a statement to me, Nick. He said, well, they already know that. He said, but they've been caught by the police, you know, with the weapons and everything. So I went to a visit, right, which I've got about another 5, 6 people who took me up the visit in case there was trouble. They sat in the car. They're all witnesses. I went on the visit to Mr. Conroy, and I knew we could be getting when they're watching with the cameras. So I put my hand on my mouth. I spoke to him. I said, he said, I'm looking at 10 to 20. They're looking for 20 years. I want to do 10 years here. I'll give you 10 grand if you drop the charges. I'll give you 5 grand. All that. They were offering me all this money. I went, no, I don't want any money whatsoever. All I want is a fight with the lad who I had a fight with, who said I jumped him. It was all absolute ludicrous. So I went then from there. I went home and the article had come and said, oh, Paddy, so you can't believe you're going to do this for him and he'll be friends with you for life and everything. He got out of jail. He got out of home house. Because I went there for him, right? After what they've done to me, because that's the kind of guy, I've never made a statement in my life against anyone apart from this Jamie Boyle thing who we're going to court with. I've never made a statement ever when I've had fights with anyone and when they beat me up and they killed me. I never said a word. I went to court because it was a whole style committal they were called. It was like you went to the magistrates in them days. I went and seen Paddy Conroy's solicitor and I stood in the courts and gave evidence and said on the top of the balcony, I said to them, I'm here today because Mr. Conroy is my friend, and this is how I got you off, Mr. Conroy. I pretended we were sparring, you caught me nose, that's why the blood's all over your Jeep. I said, whatever this is doing, this is a conspiracy against Mr. Conroy. He hasn't done anything, he's my friend, and that's what I did to you. So don't sit there. I say, for instance, you might not hit me with a hammer, you might not hit me with a bar, you might not hit me with a gun, but you were in that house, and I had hammer holes in my head, I had guns pointing to my head, you tried to kill me. And then when I was speaking to Phil Benjamin a few years later, they said, can you lend us the boat? And the plan was they were going to put me on the boat and throw me in the sea if they killed me. So that's the truth. So if you want me to go on this ludicrous lie detector, let's get MI5 involved. Let's get MI6, get FBI, get Interpol, get on. I'll go on it and I'll prove to you I'm not a liar, Conroy. You're the liar. I said, so you bring it on. And I had no intentions to mention anyone's names or nothing. But if you want to out me and make me look like an idiot, you'll go to jail for 10 years because you will get charged again with attempted murder because that many witnesses can be brought in, that many people will be arrested just because you are on a rant and a rage about Stephen and Michael Sayers who've done nothing wrong. They're my friends. They haven't done a thing wrong. You're making statements up about them that don't even exist. Absolute ludicrous lies. So bring your lie detector, right, and I'll do it. But you have to come on there as well and say you did not attack me and tried to kill me in that house in 1992. So thank you for all them people out there who listen to me. And I don't tell lies. I'm Brian Cockerill, the taxman. I don't need gangs. I've got myself. So God bless everyone. I wish everyone a lovely day and a lovely weekend.